último de los tres que compre. Sherlock Holmes de Devil's Daughter. Mismos creadores, Frogware. A ver qué tal. Vale. Imagino que será más o menos como el anterior. Porque creo que es continuación del Crimes and Punishment. ¿Eh? Detective aplicado. Toma el control de la GTA de la vida del famoso... A ver, que esto es muy alto. El famoso detective. Siempre puedes cambiar el nivel de dificultad. Una prueba formidable para tus capacidades de deducción. No sé, le voy a dar al detective aplicado. No tengo ni idea, la verdad. El cazador cazado. A ver qué tal está este. Imagino, espero que igual que los otros esté bien. Y espero que no haya que rejugar el juego. Para los trofeos. Vaya, vaya. 48 horas antes. La casa es la misma, pero se nota la mejoría de gráficos. Y los han cambiado un poco. El aspecto que tienen.
Oh, I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Oh, she is not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Okay, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Mr. Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who. Are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most
El
certainly.
violín.
If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
Ah, esto es igual. Ahora vale, se pone amarillo. Ah, cara tengo que coger. Conjuntivitis. Yo qué sé. No tengo ni idea. Palidez, malnutrición. Tom. Tiene 8 años. Bien remendado, padres cariñosos. Mapa de Londres, puede leer un mapa. Brazo inhábil. Malformación o herido. ¿Herido? Perfil impreciso. ¿Ah? ¿Lo puedo hacer otra vez? Entonces conjuntivitis aquí no es. ¿Cómo se cambia esto? ¿Pero lo quiero cambiar? ¡Ay! No me deja. Este no. Pues nada.
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
A ver si me deja ahora. No. A lo mejor es porque esa está bien. No. Pues nada.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me. But that's a lie.
Obviously. Your clothes are well mended and you can read. Your parents may be poor, but you are loved.
Yeah, well, it's just the two of us now. My mother died when I was a little one.
And that's just one more reason for not leaving you. Your father doesn't seem the irresponsible type. He's very good to you.
Well, that's right. But he has no fixed work, so he often takes odd jobs for the day. Because that's all he can find. Only this time, he didn't come home.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job. But this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Strange? In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
Vale. Estaba mirando, no hay trofeos de los perfiles.
That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself.
Tiene 8 años.
What were you thinking? You and your father are both at risk. You should have come to me much earlier.
I was afraid. I ain't got no family. And I've got no other place to go. If our landlord finds out that father left me, he'll throw me out on the street.
Pobrecito Tom.
You've been very resourceful. We shall be discreet.
If only my mother was still here.
Oh.
Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street. The first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Vale. Pues es más o menos el cuaderno igual. Un poco más... mal raro. Somos una familia pobre, pero es evidente que lo quieren mucho. Sus padres han hecho todo lo que podían para cuidar de él. Malnutrición. En 87, a pesar de que es muy joven, ya sabe leer y usar un mapa. Pruebas. Guachapo. Registrar. Esto. Vale. Esto es igual que el otro juego. ¿Chico tiene al perro? Quiero decirlo al perro. ¡Sí!
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
La misma frase que en el otro. Y esto será...
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Eso. Y esta es la habitación. Y a ver, ¿qué ropa tiene? De resaca. Traje de médico. De bandido. Traje de pastor. Ropa deportiva. Traje informal. Abrigo. De marinero. Batín. Este es el de... Me gusta este. Nada. Un tío elegante.
A map of London and its surroundings.
¡Oh! Eso no podía hacer en el otro. ¡Ay, que puedo salir a la calle! En el otro no se podía. Ah, bueno, sí, muy bien, Andrea. Dale. ¡Ajá! Ostras, no tarda en cargar este ni nada comparado con el otro. Y el otro era
These streets
2013.
are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk.
Tengo que ir a... Dorset Street. Número 12. North Street. Dorset. Aquí.
Dorset Street.
Número 12. Pero era aquí. 13. 12. Primera planta. Letra E. Oh.
'Tis our home, Mr. Holmes.
Ropa vieja. Algo en el bolsillo. Trozo de papel.
The old Tabard pub, North Street.
North Street. Ajá.
Glue. Probably taken from a wall.
The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
Ah, so that's why you came to see me. Tom probably reads at night.
Los objetos marcados con el símbolo serán útiles más adelante. Vale.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford. Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup. A clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills. Hurst covered his bills ahead of time, thus providing Tom with security and sustenance.
Eso que sabía que iba...
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's all I have.
I'm sorry, Tom. My mother left me when I was very young too.
Ese es el chapter 1.
It's too dark. I can't see anything. A leather satchel, what's in it?
Una carta. ¿Qué hay, George? Sé que te resulta difícil encontrar trabajo y tienes que alimentar y vestir a tu hijo, así que adjunto el panfleto de un pub. Luego que hay un tipo que ofrece trabajos especiales, a lo mejor te da ayuda. Buena suerte. Ah, aquí hay más
Just some
cajas.
old things.
No, nada más. Averiguar más sobre el trabajo especial en el pub Old Tatal.
The old Tabard pub? Did you hear anything about it from your father, Tom?
My father's a regular, but he's not a drinker, sir. It's close by on North Street.
Vamos a ver.
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
I need to earwig to find out who is offering this special job. There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Qué cosa más rara.
No. That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol. Arm in arm, stronger together, stronger than ever.
Esto es curioso, desde luego.
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson.
The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers.
So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks alcohol.
Este no es.
It's not him.
Es el otro. Es este.
This must be the man that I'm looking for.
Montar guardia. Treinta minutos más tarde. Hay una esa de un póster de Missing.
Interesting. A missing person. I should find out more.
A principios de octubre, el señor John estuvo desaparecido de 12 de Street en circunstancias misteriosas. Si tiene información, por favor, contacte a la señora Strawbridge en el número 5 de 12 de Street. Gracias por adelantado.
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Ah, voy a ser el niño.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I don't know, car was just fuck everybody.
I couldn't play the game last week.
Esto está así más interesante.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheap.
Vale, eso no lo voy a volver a hacer. Oh.
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember.
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only 7.
Stupid kid.
Boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
What are you waiting for?
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Stop crying and get to work.
Please, you don't have to beat him. I'll do it. I'll clean the chimney.
Go on then.
Venga, chico. Que ya estamos ahí casi. ¡Ah! Ahí. Venga. Vamos, chaval. Uf. Hostia. ¡Asfixiado! Pero bueno. Está... Es que... Pero bueno. Vamos, chaval, que llegamos. Ya estoy. Oh. No me pongo asfixiado, tiro el mando, ¿eh?
He's still here, that's a relief.
Oh, qué bien. Bueno, por lo menos no me caigo. Sí, ya sé que lo he perdido. No sé dónde está. Esto es como cuando en la prueba de conducir que te ponen los joysticks estos así. Ay.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
No place to hide here. We'd better go through the yard. my garden.
Look at that crawling rat.
Ay, mira, está haciendo largo la persecución. Pero está guay jugar como otro personaje.
I know that boy. He's Shoeshine Jim from Chamber Street. He's mute because his drunk stepfather beat him. Hey, Jim. Can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Tengo que limpiar los zapatos.
Hurry up.
This could be... Did you fall asleep? A soft cloth should make it shine.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm still learning.
Hostia. Los perros.
He's talking with a cabbie. I need to get closer.
At last, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm praying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
I can't lose him now.
Oh, first of all.
Ah, I've lost him.
¿Cómo que lo has perdido?
I can't lose him now.
Trofeo sobre la pista. No pierdas de vista al hombre sospechoso. Nice. Continuar.
Interesting. What's going on in the yard?
Claro que este no tiene cuaderno.
can't see what's inside. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. Oh, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it. It's too dangerous to enter. It's too dangerous to enter. Locked. I can't leave yet. I'm not finished here.
¿Qué me falta? Si yo he interaccionado con todo lo que se podía. ¿Me salta algo? Claramente. No, aquí no es, claro. En verde, eso es que ya está. ¿Será esto de aquí?
I can't see what's inside.
Es que aquí no hay nada más. Pero bueno.
It's too dangerous to enter.
¿Qué me falta? Si es que no veo nada. Y aquí tampoco.
Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Bags of food. I like this house. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
Vale. Joder, digo, me faltaba ahí algo.
Wigan's tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Examinarlo.
Wiggins did a good job. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one.
No tengo ni idea de cuál será. ¿Dónde miro un escudo de armas? Examinar escudo de armas. Periódicos. Enciclopedias. Investigaciones. Aquí. Insignias y medallas. Marcas y emblemas. Escudos de armas. Escudo de armas de la familia Mars. El actual representante de esta familia es Lord Edward Mars, el conocido benefactor. Provee a los pobres de Whitechapel de provisiones, ropa de abrigo, etc. Lord Mars también es conocido como cofundador del programa de educación especial que da a los pobres la oportunidad de educarse. Lord Mars reside en el número 3 de Mainsbury Road, Londres.
So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded.
Tenemos una
Everyone was
hija.
sent home.
Pero bueno.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
Watson se pondrá celoso, quizá.
You'll make Watson jealous.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
Practical Motherhood and Parent... No sé qué ponía. Madre mía, tarda. And Parentcraft.
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
Interesante.
Come in, please. Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Master Stage offers a system of gas higher than usual. He was experimenting at tightness in the chest and a shortness breath. Appointments, meeting Lord March and Lord Collins remain no sé qué. Motivo bordado, miembro de un club de caza. Médico. Perfil completado. Ah, mira, este acerta todo. Ruben Fisher. Tiene solo 25 años, pero ya es un médico competente, está bien educado, sabe comportarse y es miembro de un club de caza. De su ropa se deduce que es pudiente. No es solo médico, también es asistente personal de Lord Marsh. Lord Marsh es un hombre adinerado que ostenta una posición privilegiada en la sociedad, lo que se deduce de su ropa cara y su valioso anillo de oro. Está enfermo, por eso se cubre con una manta a pesar de que hace calor en la habitación.
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes? But also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you. But I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
Diagnosticaron la gripe, sin embargo, parece más grave.
A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel. Lord Marsh even helps hospitals. Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
Este.
Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life.
Querido Lord Mash, aquí tiene la lista de seleccionados por el programa de educación especial de octubre. Parece un acontecimiento prometedor. Le espero con entusiasmo.
I've never heard of this man. I've never heard of this man. I've never heard of this man. John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster.
No sé por qué me está dando la sensación de cazador y al principio que cazan gente.
Any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor. It's shut tight. Locked. Bags full of food. Humanitarian aid for an orphanage.
El algo especial que mencionó George Hurst no tiene relación con el programa. Sí la tiene. Pero pues no hay nada más que unir. Sí tiene, sí. O sea, me da eso, que cazan personas. A su hijo Tom. Al niño. Me mira este, ¿eh? El otro ya estaba llegado, ya había llegado. Entonces será que tiene que cruzar más parte de Londres. Joder. Hola, pequeñajo.
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh, yeah. I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful.
¿Una llave? Ay.
This oil can also be used on weapons. A ramrod to clean a rifle. Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge.
Huh.
Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle.
Cubo. Líquido espeso. Aceite.
This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
A ver. Ay. Tengo que ir a por Toby, ha dicho, ¿verdad? Y buscar en los archivos. Baker Street. Ay, qué frío hace aquí, por favor. Continuemos. Buscar los archivitos. Wolfpack. Aquí. Un Wolfpack es mitad lobo y mitad liebre americana. ¿No es el bicho que se atrapa mítico en el Red Dead Redemption 1? No, era una liebre con cuernos. Entonces no. Era el apodo de los exploradores de Lobat. Los exploradores de Lobat se convirtió oficialmente en la primera unidad de francotiradores del ejército británico. O sea que lo mismo el padre era tirador de algo. Toby!
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep. Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health. I prefer to visit Lord...
Ir a casa de Horst. Averiguar dónde puedo encontrar este. Vamos a ver al niño. El perrito. ¡Ay, qué mono! El Toby. Y ahora soy el perro. Qué graciosa la música del perrito. Ya abre las puertas, él no ladra para que se las abra, Sherlock. Es un gordito bonito. Ay, cagari. Uy.
It's only a garden shed. Let's go on.
Vale, pues entonces por aquí no es por el otro lado. Pues nada.
What's in there?
Trofeo la guarida del ermitaño. Localiza el escondrijo. Hostia, no veo nada. Ahora. Coño. ¿Qué tiene para aquí montado el hombre?
Nothing that could interest me. People use this cellar for storage.
Ay.
Just some old things. It's not here. Old things. Ordinary storage.
Era del fondo fijo. Ah, mira, no, es esta.
Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside.
Pensé que ibas a la última. Usa las ganzúas apropiadas para levantar los pernos de la cerradura y dejar libre el paso de afilador. ¿Y dónde coño tengo que poner yo la ganzúa?
There's no space for this lockpick.
Si no...
There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick.
Ah, vale, vale, vale. Vale, que no estaba viendo la ganzúa abajo. La he abierto a voleo. ¿Y todo esto? Querido Tom, si estás leyendo esta carta significa que estoy muerto. Siento muchísimo que las cosas hayan tenido que acabar así, pero no tenía elección, tienes que entenderlo. Eres un chico muy listo y estoy muy orgulloso de ti. Espero que un día lo entiendas y me perdones. Hijo mío, te quiero muchísimo. No te entristezcas, procura ser feliz, crecerás y algún día te convertirás en un hombre, antes de lo que piensas. No estás solo, tu madre y yo cuidaremos de ti desde el cielo, tu padre que te quiere. Pero bueno...
News clippings on Lords in the education program. Why are they here?
Lord Marsh, en asociación con sus amigos Lord Harrington y Lord Collins, es el cofundador del programa de educación especial. Al asistir a los pobres para que mejoren sus vidas y construyan un futuro mejor, estos tres caballeros sin duda ayudan a elevar el nivel de nuestra esforzada sociedad. ¿Esto?
Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents.
Daniel, Edgar... No. Garfield Little, Harold Davis, Henry Haptutuseke. John Thomas, Patrick Tanner y Reginald. Ah, espera.
This man appears in both documents.
Ah. ¿Y este también? Vale. Ay. Thomas Kelly. Tienen fechas todos.
All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files.
Yo creo que es eso desde el primer momento. Que cazan gente. Están ordenados alfabéticamente por nombre. Este tío era militar o algo. Querido George, te entiendo y es muy triste. Estoy como tú, no soy capaz de encontrar trabajo, ni el más mínimo. Mis hijos no tienen nada que llevarse a la boca. Cuando intento encontrar algo, los jefes me sueltan que no quieren heridos trabajando para ellos. Nuestro servicio militar no significa nada. Nuestro país nos llevó a la guerra y ahora se desentiende de nosotros. A nadie le importa, a tu amigo Jack. Orden. En nombre de su majestad la reina Victoria del Reino Unido de Gran Bretaña e Irlanda, yo, Frederick Russell Burnham, mayor del ejército británico, declaro que el país hace extensiva su gratitud a George Hurst, un honorable soldado del Reino Unido de Gran Bretaña e Irlanda, por su valor en el servicio militar. El ejército británico le concede por la presente la medalla a la conducta distinguida y le retira del servicio debido a las heridas sufridas en el ejército del deber. Fíjate, toda la vida sirviendo a un país para que te traten como basurilla.
This case must have been full of cartridges.
Ahí estaba el fusil.
There was something on the stand. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him.
Huh. Yo le doy a todo. Club Quatermain. ¿Hay algo que se puede unir? Preparativos. Violencia. El trabajo especial de George Hurst sin duda está teñido de violencia, dado que se llevó el fusil. Carta de despedida. George Hurst sabía que no tenía posibilidad de regresar de su trabajo especial, por eso le escribió a Tom una carta. Yo sigo que aquí. Lobat genuino. George Hurst perteneció a la unidad de los exploradores de Lobat. Y yo creo que ya está todo. Sí. Chachi. ¿Qué hora es? Ah, las 8. Todavía me queda un rato. Y ahora... registrar el sótano de Hurst. Holmes sospecha que algo no ve bien cuando un niño carajero aparece. Y esto me faltaba esta puerta.
Just rubbish.
A ver. ¿Me falta algo aquí? Ah, aquí.
A map of Epping Forest.
Huh. Ahora. Desaparecidos. Todos los participantes del grupo este del programa de educación especial podrían haber desaparecido. Lista de pobres. Interesado. George Hart estaba interesado en el programa de educación especial, pero nada. George Hart recolectó información sobre los pobres y los hombres involucrados. El señor Hart sabía algo. Sabía algo de alguno de los desaparecidos. Colarse en casa de Mars. Colarse en la casa de Lord Mars y recabar más información sobre el programa de educación especial. ¡Ja! ¡Ja! Ay.
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom.
Oye, un segundo, otra vez. A ver. Es que esto de que escriban por WhatsApp no puede ser.
This is not the best way to sneak in.
Ah, bueno, no se sabe. Joder. Vaya.
The window is firmly shut.
Por la puerta trasera. Vale, la ganzúa. Vale.
There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick.
Vale, ahí. Ajá.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson. I can hide here.
Hasta el día de hoy, y según mis estimaciones, el programa de educación especial ha salvado a más de 200 individuos de la miseria y los ha elevado para que ayuden a construir y sostener los cimientos de nuestro próspero imperio. Tal es así gracias a la sabiduría y la previsión de Lord Marsh, un político sabio y progresista, ha desarrollado un gran trabajo en este campo, a la vez que ignoraba las críticas y la intromisión de sus arrogantes colegas, tan obcecados en sus modos. Pero... se ha caído. Querido Lord Marsh, gracias al programa de educación especial mi vida ha cambiado por completo. No sabía cómo agradecérselo, así que recogí esta flor para usted. Gracias. Tomar por culo de ahí. Querido Lord Collins, tengo claro que podríamos aprender muchas más cosas sobre la gestión del imperio de aquellos a los que pisoteamos. Esa misma gente a la que desahuciamos y matamos de hambre en las sombras de nuestras propias ciudades aquí o en el extranjero. Lord Marsh. Cuadro. Torcido. Huellas dactilares.
Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Es la misma que la otra.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Well, since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Admiro mucho a esos pobres, son una brisa de aire fresco, hablar con ellos es todo un placer, y son brillantes, no como nosotros. Quizás sean ellos los que hubieran debido ser nobles y nosotros simples plebeyos. Lord Harrington.
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today.
Querido Lord Marsh, el 7 de noviembre nuestra reunión comienza en el roble de Grunstone. Adjunto un mapa para que pueda encontrar el lugar sin problemas. Pero el nombre de está marcado en el mapa adjunto a la invitación de Lord Marsh.
Lord Marsh is a keen hunter.
¿Me faltará algo más? Yo creo que ya no. Está.
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You are going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
Cazadores. Los Marsh y sus amigos son cazadores talentosos y experimentados. Bueno, pues de momento todo eso he encontrado. A ver. Prueba química.
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease.
Parecía
His cough,
tuberculosis.
in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill.
Vale.
Let's study it more closely. Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope. Let us apply chemicals to color the sample.
¿Qué químico tengo que echar?
I need a pipette. This chemical should be applied third.
Ah, bueno.
Now, let's examine the colored sample under the microscope. Mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill.
¿Eso qué es?
Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I
Tuberculosis,
feared, Lord
lo que he
Marsh
dicho.
is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later. I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
Le gusta Watson.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
This is so romantic.
A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful.
Ay, no.
That's not the one I need.
Joder, me estoy confundiendo. Aquí. El roble de Grunstone es un árbol extraño y misterioso que crece en el bosque de Epping. El origen del nombre no está confirmado, aunque muchas leyendas y fábulas están relacionadas con él. Algunos dicen que durante siglos las brujas celebraron sus ceremonias a los pies de este árbol, y con sus ritos se aseguraron de que quien quiera que toque el tronco del roble quede maldito para toda la eternidad. Este valía alguna.
Dunstan's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map.
También. Aquí todo ya. Buscarlo en el mapa. Que tengo aquí un mapa muy bonito.
Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map.
Recuerdo que esto me dio un poco por saco en el otro. Aquí no es. Aquí. No. De una que salgan 3. Coño. Me va a haber pasado por encima, obviamente, pero no veo. Aquí. No. Joder, aquí. Tampoco. Pero bueno. No veo. Ay, de verdad. Es que no encuentro nada parecido a esto. Pasa una de esas finas cerca. Pero bueno. que no me lo voy a saltar porque no puedo.
Here it is.
Hostia,
I'll need
que
to
había
hurry if I
caminos
want to find
detrás
out what's
y
going
no
on
lo
with the
estaba
forest.
mirando. Joder, soy imbécil.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Conmocionado, cómplice razonable, por favor.
Caitlin, you know that Wiggins hasn't had the most fortunate life.
That only makes him more interesting.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
George Hart sabía que Lord March y sus compañeros celebraron una reunión en el bosque de Epping. E ir al bosque de Epping. El cazador cazado. Continuar. Esto es lo del principio. Es que lo sabía. Estos cazan personas. 100%.
Let's see how long you can stay alive. You won't get far.
Hostia. ¡Ah!
Is that your blood in the snow?
Puto psicópata. ¡Ah! Cansa unos segundos. Vamos. Vamos, sigue. Esto está guay. Tiene cosas diferentes. Camino sombrío, arbustos raros. Pendiente. Camino sombrío, venga. Porras. ¡Ah!
Let's see how long you can stay alive.
¡Oh! Otra vez. Es que no te da tiempo a llegar. ¡Hala!
Is that your blood in the snow?
Vamos, corre, 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 corre. Vamos, vamos. Detrás del árbol. Let's go. Ahí. Por este no vamos a pedir, pues, del frente. Era un checkpoint. Se ha acabado. Joder. Sabía que era una caza de humanos.
Where is he?
He was poor.
Lo sabía.
This man was killed recently. The body is still warm.
Find him, boys. Find him.
Uf. Está más cerca que antes. ¡Ah! ¡Vamos! Semillas apelmazadas, desprendimiento de rocas. Ahí.
I like to call this the swamp of despair.
Sí. Vamos.
Don't worry, no one's going to find your body.
¡Oh! No sube. Joder. No sabía que no me dicen que no se puede huir. Es una puta basura esto, no me gusta. Cúbrete. Vale. Hay que ir por allá. Más bien. Vale, ya veo por dónde hay que salir. Ahí.
I'm following your tracks.
¡Joder! ¡Pero muévete! Conviértete en la presa para engañar al cazador. Una punta de pistola del trofeo. Otro.
He was killed by a shot to the forehead.
¿Quién es? Harrington.
God, it's Lord Harrington's body.
Hostia.
My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound. I can hide here. The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin.
Interesante.
This will help to dress my wound. Someone's coming, I better hide.
No. Madre mía. ¿Qué coño es este?
Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the First Lovett Scouts. Here
Es este.
An old soldier. How ironic.
Hostia.
Did we refuse you on our special
Es
education
el padre del
program?
niño.
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you.
Fíjate la cara.
He can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging you festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
Venganza. George Holmes pretende matar a Lord Marsh como chico expiatorio de sus propios errores. George Holmes va a tomar esa justicia por su mano en lo que concierne a Lord Marsh. Cada vez, alguien caza a los pobres y a los nobles. El señor Hars caza. George Hars caza pobres y nobles en el bosque. Ha dicho que... ha sido este. No. Porque... entonces no es una venganza. Es que... el señor Hars es un psicópata. Y si no, ¿qué sale? Cacería nobiliaria. Y aquí le doy a venganza. Y te sale Mars da caza a gente. No, yo creo que es el otro que es un psicópata. Sí, para mí es este un psicópata. Condenar a George Hars. Enviar a George Hars al manicomio. Es un psicópata, un criminal peligroso que abandonó a su hijo Tom para dar caza a los patrocinadores y participantes de ese programa. Debe de quedar recluido de por vida. Enviar a George Hars al manicomio para que le traten adecuadamente. No puede responsabilizarse de sus crímenes en vista de su locura. Esperemos que pueda curarse. Su hijo... no. Sí. ¿Condeno o absuelvo? No condeno. Sí. Lo siento. No.
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George Hurst, your bloodlust ends today. You should have been apprehended weeks ago, before you killed Strobridge out of jealousy. Drop your gun. You may have wounded me, but I won't miss you.
If I ever had you in my aim, I wouldn't have merely wounded you.
Oh, the best detective in England.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you.
Hostia.
Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
Madre mía. Quiero cambiarlo. No estoy de acuerdo. ¿Lo puedo cambiar? Repetir el final. Sí. Vaya. O sea, sabía que estaban cazando a gente, pero la verdad es que no me esperaba que este fuera. A ver qué pasa con el otro final. A ver, este no hay respuesta correcta. Bueno, en este caso sí la había. Sí la había, sí. El señor Harris es un psicópata. Vaya. Vaya. Condenar. Es un asesino a sangre fría que bajo la apariencia de obras de caridad daba caza al pueblo y enviarlo a la prisión donde acabará muriendo. Nada. Así. Creo que es el final perfecto.
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live and be arrested, he will suffer a punishment far greater than you or I could deliver. His ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. It will drag him painfully and slowly to his demise behind bars.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
Tengo que elegir entre matar a uno y al otro. A ti te vuelo la cabeza. Que vuelva con el niño.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
Esto ya, ahí sí. Sí, sí. Entonces termina el caso. Se perderá la propulsa, ¿no? Sí. Trofeo, el cazador se convierte en la presa. Termina el caso, el cazador cazado. Y con esto se acaba la primera parte.